viewers, and welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center, your favorite sport channel on YouTube and on Facebook. And welcome once again to our Watch Along show. Our focal match for today is a match involving Arsenal and Brighton and Hove Albion. The match is already underway. We are less than 2 minutes into the game, and as far as Arsenal is concerned, they are already, looking to get the first goal in this game, and other games going on simultaneously across other centers. Earlier today, we saw the early kickoff ended 2-1 in favor of Manchester City. City defeating Nottingham Forest away from home to pile the pressure on Arsenal, who must do everything to win for them to be able to move to the top of the table back. Anything other than a win for Arsenal means City will be top. So the moment now, Arsenal looking pretty good in these early stages of the game. Let's quickly bring you up to date with the lineup, because there are some changes to the Arsenal lineup. Arsenal playing their usual 4-3-3 formation. In goal is David Raya. You have Lewis Kelly starting ahead of what's his name again? The Italian, talking about Riccardo Calafiori. While Nketiah keeping his place despite Gabriel being back and is on the bench. William Saliba partnering him. And the other surprising changes for Arsenal today is Declan Rice playing as a right back. That means there is no Jurgen Timber in this game at all. So in the midfield, you have Mikel Merino, Martin Zubimendi, and the captain, Martin Odegaard, who all lead the midfield for us. Now, while the attack, you have Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard playing the other side, while Victor Gyökeres, who I feel should have had the opening goal in this game. He had a very good opportunity to have scored in this game, but he missed the opportunity and leading the line for Arsenal in this game. And let's quickly bring you up to date with the lineup of Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton and Hove Albion playing a 3-4-2-1 formation. In goal is Bart Verbruggen, while you have three-man defense of Lewis Dunk, the captain, Van Ecke. There is Kopala also in the middle of the park. You have the Cypher playing as a wing-back, Eshenwood, Ayari, and Kadioglu also playing as a wing-back. While further forward, you have Gomez, Gruder, and leading the line for them is Jorginho Rota. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Give us your prediction regarding this match. Who do you think will take the day? Do you think Arsenal will win this game, or Brighton, who have, last season they played at a 1-1 draw? Yeah, remember that game very early in the season last season where Declan Rice was shown a double yellow card. The second yellow card was a bit controversial because he blocked the Brighton attack, as the referee put it. So the referee showed him a yellow card and he was sent off in that game. So let us know if you think Arsenal will be revenging, or you think they will be going back to the top of the table, or you think City are there to stay. There are other games also going on also elsewhere. We have the likes of Brentford taking on Bournemouth. It's still goalless 7 minutes. Burnley taking on Everton, goalless 8 minutes. Liverpool, a team that also need a win, desperately playing against another team. If there's any team in the league right now this season that needs a win, I think it should be Wolverhampton Wanderers, because they've played 17 games before today and they've only managed to pick up 2 points. So they need a win desperately. Remember, they are using their second coach in this season, in Rob Edwards. So Liverpool taking on Wolves at Anfield, while you have West Ham taking on Fulham in a London derby. 7 minutes still goalless across all centre, but there's a goal to report because Brentford have taken the lead against Bournemouth. We'll do it to bring you the goal scorer of that game later on. And later in the day, we'll see the last game for today. Chelsea will be taking on Aston Villa, another big one to watch out for. Aston Villa on gunning for the trophy also, because they are rightly in the midst, while Chelsea also in the midst. Also, yesterday we saw one game played, and it was Manchester United. Surprisingly, without their captain, fantastic, was his name again, Bruno Fernandes, absent due to injury. But surprisingly, they won that game against Newcastle by a long goal, courtesy of the Danish left back, Patrick Dogu, giving them the only goal, and that was how it ended. So let's see what will happen today now. At the moment now, so far stay goalless, and here comes Brighton. Now they have a corner kick, and Arsenal have a corner kick to defend. Can Arsenal defend this corner kick from Brighton and Hove Albion? and the corner kick is swung down, but the referee said no, they have to retake the corner kick. So players still trying to organize themselves inside the box, and the corner kick is sent in and headed out by the Arsenal defender there, and the camera showing Gabriel who is back on the bench. Also news reaching us at Premier Sport Fan Center is that Kai Havertz also is back in. We told you earlier on that Manchester City defeated Forest away from home 2-1. And all 3 goals were scored in the second half. Manchester City took the lead through Tijani Reinders, but Igor Jesus equalizing back for Nottingham Forest also in that second half before Ryan Cherky, the man of the moment, gave City the all 3 points. So can Arsenal needs to respond, otherwise they'll find themselves in second. But Leandro Trossard has been dispossessed now, and Brighton were back in possession now. Still Brighton enjoying a lot of possession in this game. So let us know your thought. Let the comment keep coming. We'll definitely do it to read them out. Let us know your prediction, not just for only this game, the other games going on, including Liverpool, because we need to keep an eye on that game, because Liverpool are the defending champion, but they are not playing like the defending champion this season. And also Wolverhampton Wanderers, they've been the most disappointed side so far in the league this season, picking up just 2 points from 17 games. I don't think that's a relegation form. But there's still time for them to adjust or get themselves and push for survival. Last season also, I think sometime around this time they were also in the drop zone, but I think they had more points than this. So let's see if Wolverhampton Wanderers will be able to do the magic this season. And it will be a very, very big story if Wolverhampton Wanderers avoid relegation. 12-minute gone already. Arsenal still goal 0, Brighton 0. 12-minute Brentford 1, Bournemouth 0. 12-minute gone also Burnley 0, Everton 0. 12 minutes also Liverpool 0. Fulham, Wolf 0. While in the London derby going on right now is West Ham 0, Fulham 0. Back to the game now. Arsenal still trying to get themselves, because Brighton holding on to possession very well. And we talked about Declan Rice playing as a right back earlier on, because there is no Durant Timber for us now today. The information reaching us here at Premier Sport is that he had a knock, but it's not serious. It's just a precaution. So Arteta has decided to give him a break. Also, there's no Ben White. That's why you have the Declan Rice rather playing as a right back. So let's see how he's going to fare in this game. One thing I know about Declan Rice is that he is capable of playing anywhere in the wing, because he has the energy to run around the field. So Arsenal back in possession now. Send it back to Nketiah, who finds the captain Odegaard, and Odegaard finds Victor Gyökeres. Drop it back, and it's Bukayo Saka now. Running down Declan Rice, rather very good defending from the Brentford player there, Eshenwood. So corner quick taken, but Arsenal couldn't utilize it. So it's Brentford now, Brighton rather, who are now back in possession, but lose possession to Arsenal. But here comes Arsenal now with Martin Odegaard running down there. What can he do now? He finds Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka inside the box there. He crossing down. Can he make a goal? My goodness, that was a very good chance for Bukayo Saka, but the ball kept rising. Couldn't convert that one, so it's still goalless as it stands now. But a very good opportunity there for Arsenal to open the lead, and I think there would have been a call from the VAR to check if there is offside in that one. But that was a very good play from Bukayo Saka. Just that the finishing was terrible to me. And earlier on, we told you that Brentford leading Bournemouth. The goal was scored in the 7th minute by Kevin Shade. So it's still 1-0. Here comes Bukayo Saka again now at the edge of the box. Drops it back for Martin Odegaard, who takes a shot, and that's it. That is the first goal. It's Captain Fantastic Martin Odegaard giving Arsenal the lead inside the 15th minute. So it's Arsenal who lead Brighton and Hove Albion. I don't know why I keep mentioning Brentford instead of Brighton. Probably because both of them start from B, but it's Brighton. So it's Arsenal leading by 1 goal, and it's Captain Fantastic, the Norwegian captain, also Martin Odegaard, who have put in Arsenal ahead 15 minutes, and the assist from Bukayo Saka. And you could see it was a very, very terrible build-up play from the back for Brighton that has caused them this goal, and a very good press from Arsenal there to dispossess the Brighton midfielder there. And one time, Bukayo Saka finding the captain who buries the ball beyond the goalkeeper, Matt Verbruggen. So it's Arsenal leading 1 goal to 0. So that was a very good goal from the captain. It's Arsenal 1 goal ahead, and the pressure back on Manchester City's head now. So play resume with Brighton now back in possession. Let's see how they respond to it. So send the ball back to the goalkeeper, Matt Verbruggen. 16 minutes, still goalless at Anfield. Liverpool still playing at a goalless draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Remember, Liverpool is without the Egyptian Mo Salah. We saw him yesterday at the African Cup of Nations, where he gave Egypt the all 3 points against South Africa, converting from the spot kick to give Egypt the all 3 points, and Egypt picking up a red card. But the game was a little bit controversial. There was a controversy in the game because the penalty awarded to Egypt, South Africa felt shouldn't have been a penalty, and South Africa also felt that they should have been awarded a penalty. But the VAR intervened and said no, that's not a penalty. Today also there will be actions going on at the African Cup of Nations going on in Morocco, and Nigeria will be in action, and here at Premier Sport Fan Center we'll be here to cover that match for you. So don't go away. Stay with us, and you get to get the game from us here at Premier Sport Fan Center. And earlier on, games had already gone down at the African Cup of Nations. We saw Benin Republic defeating Botswana, while 16 minutes, it's a live game going on currently now. Is Senegal taking on DR Congo. Is still goalless. And Uganda at 6:30 Nigerian time, Uganda will be taking on Tanzania, while 9 p.m. Nigerian time, it will be Nigeria taking on the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. So it's going to be 2 Eagles that will be battling today for the all 3 points. Nigeria already secured their first win after defeating Tanzania by 2-1, while Tunisia, who currently top the group based on goal difference, defeated Uganda by 3-1. So a win for either of these countries would definitely mean they've progressed to the round of 16. So we wish Nigeria the best of luck here at Premier Sport Fan Center. But back to the game, Arsenal now back in possession. But there's a player down, and the referee says it's going to be a free kick. A free kick. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal because Leandro Trossard was brought down. Free kick to Arsenal. So today, Leandro Trossard is preferred ahead of Gabriel Martinelli and Noni Madueke, including Eberechi Eze, who all of them can play from that wing, and another dangerous pass from the back from Arsenal. But they managed to push it forward and finds Bukayo Saka, who has been dispossessed, and Brighton back in possession now inside the half of Arsenal, still inside the midfield there. Brighton back in possession. Let's quickly look at the start of this game because it looks like Brighton have enjoyed a lot of possession in this game to me. But let's see what the stats says. No, the stats disagree. The stats says Arsenal had more possession than Brighton, but I think it's very close because it's Brighton who had more possession. So it's Arsenal 49%, while Brighton is having 51%. But Arsenal have had 5 total shots and Brighton 0. 3 shots on target from Arsenal, 0 to Brighton. 0 big chance to both teams, and 1 corner pick to each team. So Arsenal have completed more passes than Brighton and of Albion. And the Brighton goalkeeper has made 2 saves in this game, while David Raya is yet to make any save. So Arsenal back in possession with Declan Rice there, or Saliba rather, and he loses possession, so it's going to be throwing to no, oh, it's going to be throwing to Arsenal because the last touch came off a Brighton player, and you could see the former Manchester United and Arsenal player Danny Welbeck on the bench for Brighton. He knows the Emirates very well because it's where he called home for some years before he moved on away. And Danny Welbeck, I think he's about 35 years old, but he's still doing the business for Brighton. He's one of, I think this season he has gotten about 6 to 7 goals already in the league. That's to tell you that Danny Welbeck is very, very reliable for Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton are back in possession now. Send it back to the goalkeeper. Let's quickly go to the Liverpool game and see what's going on there because it's still goalless at the moment. 21 minutes. Let's bring you up to date with the lineup of that game. In goal for Liverpool, you have Alisson Becker and you have Federico Chiesa, Igu Ekitike, Frimpong, Ryan Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Kekes, Konate, McAllister, Virgil van Dijk, and the record signing Florian Wirtz. The other record signing also is not in the lineup because he has picked up the serious injury and is going to be out for probably for some weeks. That's Alexander Isak. While Wolverhampton Wanderers, in goal for them is the Portuguese goalkeeper Jose Sa. You have Neto Mosquera, the man who scored the home goal that gave Arsenal all 3 points the last time they played Arsenal. You have Main, you have Cressy, Jao Gomez, Ewan Chan, Doherty, Bueno. You have 2 Buenos on the pitch for Wolf. One is H Bueno, the other one is S Bueno. But they are not brothers. They are not brothers and they are not from the same country. While leading the line for them is the Nigerian striker Tolu Arokodare. So far it's the goalless in that game, but let's look at the stats. Liverpool enjoying a lot of possession with 78% to Wolf 22. Total shot from Liverpool is 3, while 1 to Wolf, and 0 shot on target from Liverpool, but 1 shot on target from Wolverhampton Wanderers. And back to the game involving Arsenal and Brighton. The referee has awarded free kick to Brighton because Victor Gyökeres brought down Kadliogu there, and the referees had already had a word with Gyökeres, telling him any other foul might lead to you being booked, and Brighton sent the free kick into the box, headed back there by the Arsenal player, and another headed ball out there from Arsenal. Can Arsenal win back? Yeah, it's Bukayo Saka now tries to run a play, and here come Arsenal now attacking now with Victor Gyökeres still with Arsenal, and he sent a cross into the box there, headed out there by the Brighton player. Arsenal back in possession again. Still Arsenal. Finds Bukayo Saka, drops it for the captain Martin Odegaard, who tried to find a pass but was blocked there by Brighton there. And Brighton will win back possession with Jorginho Ruta there. Sending to the midfield, try to find a run of Gruda there, but the Arsenal defender there cut down off and send it back to David Raya. So it's Arsenal who are back in possession now. I think Arsenal needs to get the second goal as early as possible. Because we know teams like Brighton, they're always in the game until the whistle, until the final whistle. Arsenal still in possession. With the Spaniard finding Pierre-Emerick there. Send it to the English left back, Lewis Kelly, and back to the Ecuadorian rather. Finds William Saliba. Declan Rice now pushing forward for Arsenal. Drops it for Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka one-on-one with the defender there. Still Bukayo Saka try to run into the box, and he calls back into the left. Send a cross into the box. Headed out by the Brighton player, but possession in contention. Arsenal will win back possession again with Declan Rice. Send it back to find the captain Martin Odegaard. To the right-hand side. Finds Leandro Trossard. Drops it for Lewis Kelly. Kelly to Mikel Merino, who is starting in the middle of the park today. Bukayo Saka drops it for Saliba. One touch back to Bukayo Saka, and Saka still with Bukayo Saka drops it for Declan Rice and sends it back to Martin Odegaard. Arsenal now camping in the half of Brighton and Hove Albion. Odegaard turned back and finds Zubimendi, who send it back to William Saliba. Still Arsenal in possession. Zubimendi finds Declan Rice, who finds Bukayo Saka now. Has two players to beat, including Lewis Dunk, but decide to go back to Declan Rice, who finds Martin Odegaard and drops it for Inkepai. Lewis Kelly now to Leandro Trossard. One-on-one with Kadioglu, and he beats him there. Drops it back to find Mikel Merino. The Arsenal in possession. And that was a loose ball there and a foul there by the Brighton Lewis Kelly, but the referee plays advantage and Brighton tried to move forward, but that was a very, very bad pass there. And Brighton will lose possession back, and the referee is not calling it back because they already allow for a fair play there. But the Arsenal player might later be booked because that was a foul there to me. Let's see if the referee we booked Lewis Kelly for that foul there. Arsenal still enjoying possession. Still goalless at the West Ham Stadium there. That's the London Stadium. 0 goalless. 26 minutes played already. West Ham 0. Fulham 0. Also at Anfield, 27 minutes played. Liverpool 0. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Also at the game involving Burnley and Everton still goalless also, while Brentford still lead by 1 goal to nil, 26 minutes, and 27 minutes Arsenal lead by 1 goal to nil. Also 27 minutes at the African Cup of Nations is Senegal still playing at a goalless draw against DR Congo. Remember, DR Congo is the reason why Nigeria will not be going to the World Cup. And earlier on, earlier in this month, we saw the Nigerian Football Federation, dropping a petition to FIFA, telling them that some players were not eligible to have played that game. And FIFA have looked onto it, and the report we had here at Premier Sport Fan Center is that the petition dropped by Arsenal lacks merit because the Nigerian Football Federation actually alleged that the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka were not supposed to have taken part in that game, but FIFA have cleared it for lack of proper, is it evidence now, to support the claim. So what it means that no shaking for DR Congo. So they'll be in the playoff of the World Cup. And back to the game, you could see Gabriel Magalhaes, one of the best defender in the world, warming up there just to show the fans that I am back. And we might be seeing him coming up in this game, if not probably another game. But free kick to Arsenal there because William Saliba was held back there by the Brighton and Hove player. So Arsenal restart the game with sending the ball back to Lewis Kelly, who find Inkepai still inside their own box there, and he send it to David Raya. Still David Raya finds William Saliba. Send a long one out there, but Brighton will regain possession again. Can Brighton punish Arsenal like Arsenal punished them from their own build-up play? But no, Brighton have sent that one out, so it's going to be throwing to Arsenal. And you can see the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, who to me doesn't look comfortable with the scoreline. And you could see him, looking up and down. So trying to Arsenal and Declan Rice will send a long one out, but Brighton will win back possession. Send one in back, but Arsenal head down back and possession in contention with Arsenal winning it. Lewis Kelly, and it does a very good pass from Lewis Kelly to find Bukayo Saka, still with Bukayo Saka running inside the box there. Can he make it second? Oh my goodness, that was a pass meant for the Swedish striker, but Van Heken clear that one out. That could have been one of the easiest goal that Victor Gyökeres will score. So it's going to be, I think that should be a corner kick to Arsenal. Very good order play there from Bukayo Saka there to dispossess the Brighton player there, and Van Haken clearing down, taking that one away from Victor Gyökeres. It could have been an easy goal for him. So, and we've seen half an hour of football played already across all centres. The score still remains the same, but in the meantime, Arsenal have a corner kick and Brighton needs to defend this one. Let's see if Arsenal, not a corner kick, rather, is going to be throwing, and it's going to be a long one. And he sent a long one. Player goes down, but the referee says player on Arsenal back in possession with Declan Rice. Martin Odegaard, but that pass was supposed to be meant for Martin Odegaard, but Brighton winning that one back, and Arsenal regain possession. And still Arsenal back in possession with Bukayo Saka now to find Leandro Trossard at the edge of the box. There he has two players to be trying to find Bukayo Saka. Stay with Leandro Trossard. Decide to go back to Lewis Kelly. Kelly back to Leandro Trossard. It cuts the Brighton player, and it cuts back again. Still with Leandro Trossard. Still Leandro Trossard tried to go on his own, but Brighton will win back possession. Yeah, and the Brighton player goes down there from the challenge for Nketiah. I think Leandro Trossard should have crossed, the ball in the first time after beating the Brighton player there. Also, Leandro Trossard playing against his former team. The team he played a lot of game and got a lot of goal for them. I remember him scoring one of the goal against Arsenal for Brighton this season. That we have the likes of Enoch Nwepo. Enoch Nwepo is no longer playing now because he had a heart issue, and he was a very good player, the Zambian, but due to the heart issue, it was to quit football. But here comes Arsenal with Bukayo Saka. Oh my goodness, there was a deflection there, and the deflection made it very, very comfortable or easy for the Brighton goalkeeper to pick that one up. That could have been the second goal for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, been fed very well in this game, but he hasn't really utilized most of the opportunity he has got, apart from the assist he provided to the captain who got the goal for Arsenal. But here comes Brighton now, and they will lose possession back again. Nketiah winning it and sending it to the keeper. David Raya will take one touch back to Nketiah, and he finds his defensive partner there in William William Saliba, who finds Zubimendi, and Zubimendi sends it to Lewis Kelly. Kelly now sends it back to Nketiah. Declan Rice now in possession for Arsenal. He finds Bukayo Saka, drops it back for Martin Odegaard. Send it back to find Nketiah. And a one touch there from the Arsenal player who has been fouled there by the Brighton player. So it's Mikel Merino who was fouled, and the referee has blown for a free kick. And let's see if we will be seeing the first yellow card in this game, because the referee is having a word with the number 26 jersey for Brighton. Oh, I think it slipped there, so it's going to be a free kick. So there is not going to be a card, but it needs to be very, very careful when making those tackles. So free kick to Arsenal. Quickly taken with Leandro Trossard, sending it back, and here comes Arsenal again to find Bukayo Saka. Still with Bukayo Saka, one-on-one with the Brighton right back there, but drops it into the midfield to find Odegaard, who sent a cross into the box, headed out there by Brighton. And there's a tussle for the ball there, and Lewis Kelly going down. I think Ayari, no, not Ayari. That should be just to confirm the player there, Gruda, yeah, bringing down Lewis Kelly. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal. Yeah, Gruda was the culprit. Earlier on, it was Ayari. So let's see if Arsenal can take advantage from this set piece. Martin Odegaard standing on it. Can Arsenal double their lead from this set piece? "35 minutes gone already. Still Arsenal who leads by a lone goal. But they have a chance now. Odegaard sent run into the box there, headed there by Brighton. But Bukayo Saka will win back possession for Arsenal. And still with Arsenal behind the Trossard now. Oh, that was a terrible touch from Leandro Trossard. So he's going to be throwing to Brighton and Hove Albion. Still trying, taking an Arsenal win possession back with Victor Gyökeres finding Martin Odegaard who fed Declan Rice, and it's Declan Rice cross into the box, but that was a very, very terrible cross from Declan Rice. It's going to be goal kick to Brighton. I think Arsenal, not you taking their chances. They've had a lot of chances in this first half, but they're not making use of those chances. Let's quickly look at the live table because as it stands now, has now moved back to the top with 42 points, and Manchester City behind them with 40 points, having played the same number of games present at 18 games. Aston Villa occupying the third position with 36 points, and they have a game in hand against Chelsea. And we told you earlier on the game will be coming on live at Premier Sport Fan Center here earlier on later. Also, Liverpool are now in fourth position because they have 30 points, and they've played one more game ahead of Chelsea, who are in fifth position as it stands now. Because Chelsea have 29 position. Manchester United, surprisingly, is now in sixth position with 29 points. And they've played 18 games. You have Sunderland and Crystal Palace occupying 7th and 8th position. Sunderland with 27 points and Crystal Palace with 26 points. They've played 17 games, and Brentford currently occupying the number 9th position because they are leading 1-0 against Bournemouth. So that's why they are in 9th position now, and with 26 points. But in the meantime, here come Arsenal attacking and send the cross into the box. Bukayo Saka lead. Oh my goodness. I think that should be another block there from Declan Rice. That could have been the second goal for Arsenal. A very good counter-attacking play there from Arsenal with Leandro Trossard pushing the ball forward and send a cross into the box. And Bukayo Saka leaving that one for Declan Rice. A shot from Declan Rice was headed out there by the Brighton defenders. It's going to be throwing to Arsenal, and Declan Rice standing on it, and he drops it for Bukayo Saka, who finds Declan Rice, but now send a cross into the box. Can this be the? Oh my goodness! Victor Gyökeres missing from a close, angle there. Very good cross there from Declan Rice. I think there's a little bit of confusion from I think the jump from William Saliba actually put off what's his name again, Victor Gyökeres. So it's goal kick to Brighton, who quickly takes it and now pushing forward now. Still with Brighton in possession, but the players goes down, and the referee says going to be free kick to Brighton and Hove Albion. Mikel Merino is the culprit. Let's see, because he actually kicked the ball, I think, after the whistle have gone. No. If the ball had gone into the back of the net, it would have been counted because the referee says goal kick, not a foul. So Mikel Merino trying to score from about 45 yard. That could have been one of the goals of the season if the ball had gone to the back of the net, because he actually saw the goalkeeper Verbruggen out of his line there. So it's a goal kick, and goal kick quickly taken for Brighton, who continue to play from the back, and you could see Bukayo Saka applying the pressure. Brighton defenders will send it back to the goalkeeper The goal Arsenal scored was actually from Brighton, error, playing out from the back and finally sending it to the midfield, but to nobody, which Arsenal, take advantage of. So Brighton back in possession with Van Hake. Brighton now attacking from the right hand side, but decided to go back to find Capola. Drops it for Van Hake. Back to Capola, and he tries to send a long one out to find Gruda. But Arsenal will win possession back, and there's a Arsenal player going down. Victor Gyökeres is going to be free kick to Arsenal inside the half of Arsenal, and the culprit is Van Hake against Victor Gyökeres. And it looks like Brentford have doubled their lead now because, so it's Brentford who lead Bournemouth by 2-0. Here comes Arsenal now with Declan Rice back to Martin Odegaard, still with Martin Odegaard. He turns and he sends it to find Lewis Kelly, who finds Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard drops it for Lewis Kelly. Will he be able to get the ball back? And he sends the cross and blocked there. Still with Arsenal. But Arsenal still in possession, and it goes down. This time the referee says player is Brighton now, who's about to turn defense into attack. You have 3-3, still Brighton, but losing possession. And Declan Rice, what a tackle there to win that one back for Arsenal. So it's Bukayo Saka now possession. I think Brighton, that was an opportunity for them to threaten the Arsenal goalpost, but decided to slow the game down. So here comes Bukayo Saka now running down the left hand side there. See, Bukayo Saka goes back to find Declan Rice, who drops it for the captain. Mikel Merino rather, still Arsenal now. Leandro Trossard against his former side. Send it back to the defender, who finds Declan Rice now. Leandro to the captain rather, Martin Odegaard. Send it back to William Saliba, and another one touch there to Declan Rice, who finds Bukayo Saka. He has two players to beat with Bukayo Saka. Send it to Declan Rice, and he crossed with his left foot, but headed out there by Brighton, and has now regained possession again with William Saliba. And there's an update to report, because it looks like at Anfield there's a goal to report there. Let's quickly go to Anfield right now, because the goal has been scored there, and it's Liverpool who lead by 1-0, 41 minutes, and it's Ryan Gravenberch who gave them the lead, and it's Frimpong who provided the assist for Ryan Gravenberch. And let's quickly go back to the G-Tech Community Stadium, where we've seen more than one goal. But in the meantime, here comes Arsenal now inside the box with Bukayo Saka tried to go alone, and there was a block there from Van Hake, who has been very, very solid defensively for Brighton. So it's going to be corner kick to Arsenal. So let's quickly give you the update at the G-Tech Community Stadium. It was an home goal that gave Brentford the second goal, and it's no other than the goalkeeper of Bournemouth, the former Chelsea goalkeeper, who put the ball into his own back of the net. So it's Petrovic who scored the own goal for Brentford. And looking at the replay again of that tackle from the Arsenal player there, Declan Rice, and Arsenal have a corner kick, and I think it's running goal right now at Anfield, because it looks like Liverpool have made it 2 goals. We'll confirm that after this corner kick, and Bukayo Saka sent one into the box there, headed out by Brighton and over beyond. Send it out, but Arsenal will win back possession with the captain, who send it back to the goalkeeper. So let's quickly go back to Anfield, and Liverpool have made it 2, and guess what? Oh, in the meantime, it's Arsenal now. Can they make it 2? Oh my goodness. Send one across the goalpost, but still with Arsenal with Leandro Trossard running down there, send the cross back, and it's Bukayo Saka trying the acrobatic, and he misses it. Still Arsenal. My goodness. Oh my word. How did Arsenal not score from there? Leandro Trossard, Bukayo Saka, Victor Gyökeres all attempting, and I think the last touch come off the goalkeeper, if I'm correct there, Verbruggen, but let's see. But that was a very good play from Bukayo Saka to dispossess the defender there. And Leandro Trossard, sending one there. I think the goalkeeper had a touch here. Bukayo Saka attempting an acrobatic there. I think it would have been an offside. Yeah. The build-up from the follow-up That was an offside. Mikel Moreno finding his Spanish compatriot there. But the goalkeeper, that was a very good save from Matt Verbruggen. But the follow-up from Leandro Trossard was offside. And Arsenal now still, but Brighton win back possession. So let's quickly rush to give you the big news at Anfield, because Liverpool have made it too. And guess what? It's a record signing after 18 games. Finally, Florian Wirtz getting his first goal of the season in the league for Liverpool. Last weekend, he got his first assist, and this week, he has gotten his first goal. And congratulations to Liverpool fans and Florian Wirtz. You know, after so much pressure for him to deliver, finally he got his first goal, and the assist was from the fellow new signing Ugo Ekitike. So it's Liverpool who lead by 2-1, and Arsenal still lead by 1-0, and we are seeing 45 minutes played already, and I think Arsenal should have been 2-3 up in this game, but continue to miss a lot of opportunities. But here comes Arsenal now. The goalkeeper is coming out, and the player goes down. Was there a foul there? Victor Gyökeres is going down, and it's going to be a yellow card. To who? Is it to the goalkeeper? I think why yellow card, not red card? We just have to wait and see, because the Arsenal players are surrounding the referee saying no. I think that should be a red card if you are showing it to the goalkeeper, because it's the last man. That was a very good cross there to find Victor Gyökeres, but the goalkeeper, well, it's supposed that should be a yellow card to any player there, but since it's the goalkeeper, the last man, but let's see. You have the captain complaining there to the referee, and 1 minute has been added, and we are into the 1 minute. We see the Brighton players having word with the goalkeeper, telling him to be very, very careful. Next time, if you escape this one, you have Victor Gyökeres still trying to get back to his feet. And in the Serie A, there are games going on presently now, because Lecce taking on Como, and it's Como who are running riot away from home. They are 3-0, leading 3-0 against Lecce, while Torino losing at home by 1-0 to Cagliari. So Victor Gyökeres is back on his feet. Let's quickly take you to the Saudi Pro League. For those that follow the Saudi Pro League, and guess what? Cristiano Ronaldo has scored a brace. 45 minutes for Al Nassr, and it's Al Nassr who lead by 2-0 against Audu. The names are very, very funny there. But Al Nassr lead by 2-0, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo who is chasing the 1,000 goal. And if he continues like this, probably before the World Cup next year, he might be getting the 1,000 goal. And Arsenal have taken the free kick and couldn't take advantage. And halftime already at the Emirates Stadium. So our viewers, we've seen 45 minutes already played at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal lead by 1 goal, courtesy of that goal scored in the 15th minute by the captain himself, Martin Odegaard. And I think Arsenal should have been 2-3 goal up, because they had a lot of opportunity. And it's time for you to react to the first half. Let us know your thought. Do you think Arsenal should have been 2-3 goals up? And do you think the Brighton goalkeeper is very lucky to have received only a yellow card instead of red card? Because to me, I think that should have been a red card, because he's the last man, is the goalkeeper, coming out to take the player down there. Should have been a red card, but the referee and the VAR say no, it's going to be a yellow card. And let's quickly bring you up to date with scores across other centers, because the halftime break is gradually approaching across all centers, aside from the game involving Brighton, and it's now halftime across all centers. So at halftime, it's Arsenal who lead by 1 goal against Brighton, while Brentford lead by 2-0 against Bournemouth. Surprisingly, Bournemouth, the team that's always give the big boys a run for their money, but right now against their fellow small teams, they struggle and they are losing. So Burnley and Everton, as expectedly, is still goalless, because you expect both teams to be cagey at the back, and expect probably a goalless draw, or anybody that is going to win the game might just be by a lone goal. So it's goalless at halftime, and at Anfield is Liverpool, who lead by 2 goals to 1. We told you earlier on that Florian Wirtz finally getting his first Premier League goal for Liverpool after 18 games. So, and also the London Derby at the London Stadium, it's still goalless. West Ham 0, Fulham 0. So back to also before we give you the start of the game involving Arsenal and Brighton, let's quickly bring you the score at the African Cup of Nations. The game going on currently because it's halftime also there, and it's 0-0 apiece. Senegal 0, DR Congo 0. So back to the game involving Arsenal and Brighton. Let's quickly bring you up to date with the start. We start with the SG. That's the expected goal there. It's Arsenal who dominate down by 1.77 to Brighton. Surprisingly, Brighton is having 0.00 SG. Oh my word. And the ball possession is 59% to Arsenal, 41 to Brighton. And guess what? Arsenal have registered 15 total shots, Brighton 0. Arsenal 5 shot on target, Brighton 0. Arsenal 1 big chance, Brighton 0. 2 corner kick to Arsenal, 1 to Brighton, and 1 yellow card to Brighton. And there was a yellow card shown to the goalkeeper, Bad Verbruggen, and 0 to Arsenal. But Arsenal needs to be very careful. 15 total shot, 5 shot on target, and you've only managed to score just 1 goal. I think Arsenal needs to do better. So let's look at the lineup, the bench rather, for both teams. Let's see the players that can come on to make the difference for both sides. We'll start with the Arsenal bench. In goal is the goalkeeper, the reserve goalkeeper, the former Chelsea goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and you have Iberechi Eze on the bench. Also, Gabriel Magalhaes, who has just returned from injury, and another Gabriel is on the bench for Arsenal, which is Gabriel Jesus. Also, the other Gabriel also on the bench, Gabriel Martinelli, and Noni Madueke on the bench, Christian Nogard, Tony Nwaneri, and Malik Salmon on the bench for Arsenal. While for Brighton, you have Steve, the other goalkeeper. You have Boskali, Kostulas, James Mina, who has refused to retire, playing into his 40s. You have the Gambian international, who is surprisingly on the bench. I expected him to have started this game. You have Minte on the bench, Vatman, Watson, and the former Arsenal striker Daniel Welbeck alongside UEFA, all on the bench. So our viewers, you've seen we've seen halftime, and we've seen the start. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal should have gotten more goal in the halftime? And also, what do you make of Brighton performance? Because Brighton having 0.00 SG, honestly, is very, very embarrassing. No shot on target, no shot off target from Brighton. And we've read out the bench for both teams. So which player do you think should be coming on for either of the team? Or do you think the manager should still hold on to the starting 11 and see if they can add more goals for Arsenal and for Brighton also? So we'll go for a quick commercial break. After this break, we'll see. Welcome back, viewers, and it's halftime. Let's quickly look at the halftime analysis. Arsenal versus Brighton. All right, we are at halftime, and this game is finally balanced, but there is plenty to unpack from the first half, especially when you at the individual performance. Let's start with Arsenal. In the midfield, you have Declan Rice has been doing a lot of heavy lifting, but surprisingly, is playing from the right back but dropping into the midfield. And you know how Arsenal plays it. You have one of the fullback dropping into the midfield, and you have Declan Rice also dropping into the midfield, turning the attack and coming back to play as a right back. So he's been very, very instrumental in this game for us. Now he's been breaking up play, covering grounds, and offering that security in front of the back four. But he's also been forced to be covered because Brighton counters have been, a little bit, probably not too sharp to me because they've not been able to muster any attempt at Arsenal's goal post. They've not really had any. They've not proven or shown any trade towards Arsenal goal. And further forward, the captain himself, Martin Odegaard, who put Arsenal ahead in the 15 minutes with that fantastic goal, has been trying to pull the strings. You can see him, constantly driven into a pocket of space, demanding the ball, trying to speed things up. But Brighton have done a good job of crowding him out and limiting his influence in the final third. Talk about Brighton. Defensively, they've been a little bit solid, making some blocks, one or two blocks here and there. But going forward is where I think they have a lot of issues. And outright, I think Bukayo Saka has been, to me, here and there, because you see him, doing fantastically well, cutting in, dribbling defenders, and putting in the ball. But the final pass has been issue. So he needs consistent, and every time he gets isolated one-on-one, you feel something could happen. And I think he needs more of a Declan Rice to, assist him that place. And he's not really getting much from that. And let's quickly look at the back for us now. William Saliba and Nketiah has been very, very calm and composed at the back, especially when Brighton tried to, make any attempt. So you see Nketiah and William Saliba neutralizing any threat from Brighton. And let's quickly look at Brighton in the middle. They've been a little bit lackluster, because you see the goal they conceded. They tried to, build up from the back and send into the midfield, but the Arsenal press actually dispossessed them. And you could see that their own press are not really there, because Arsenal have been dominating them in the middle of the park. And any moment from now, the kickoff for the second half will start, because the players are back on the pitch, and we've seen the first substitution. And the manager has responded by throwing the player I thought should have been starting this game, Minte. And let's see how Declan Rice, what's his name again? Lewis Kelly, fare against Minte. We know Minte is very quick, very agile, strong. He likes to take on players. So it's going to be a very battle between him and Lewis Kelly. And let's quickly talk about Lewis Kelly. Initially, he wasn't in the lineup for this game. It was supposed to be Ricardo Calafori who was warming up, and he picked up a knock and he was withdrawn. So that is why he's starting in this game. And the second half is about to be to start. And Arsenal we start the second half, and they've done that by sending the ball back to the goalkeeper. Take a long one now, and headed down there by the Arsenal player. Arsenal in possession, but lose possession to Brighton, who send it to the goalkeeper and send a long one out. And Arsenal now back in possession. Arsenal playing from right to left, while Brighton playing left to right. I think there's something wrong with the ball, because the referee is calling for the ball. Let's just confirm, or is it going to be a drop ball? Yeah, a drop ball for Arsenal there. It's Arsenal who are back in possession. And the game has started across all centers also. So the scoreline still remains the same across all centers. And now back in position. Skelly send it back to the goalkeeper. Brighton almost in a possession, but Jorginho Rita scored a foul there, bringing down William Saliba. So it's a free kick to Arsenal. So let's quickly talk about the Brighton substitution, because Minte and UEFA has been introduced, and the players have been withdrawn. Gruda and the yeah, both of them have been withdrawn. Still, no Danny Welbeck still sitting on the bench alongside James Mina. So free kick to Arsenal. So let's see what the Gambian international can offer Brighton in this game. Also, the game involving Senegal and DR Congo has started. The second half has started. It's 48 minutes. Still goalless. Senegal playing let's draw at the moment against DRC. That's the Democratic Republic of Congo. I think every Nigerian football lover we have one or two things to say about Congo, DRC, because that's the reason at the moment why we are not going to the World Cup. And hear what our manager said about DR Congo, that they use voodoo to defeat Nigeria. Viewers, let us know in the comment section, do you think voodoo is really real in football, or is just an excuse for defeat? Do you think the manager, Eric Chair, was making an excuse, trying to defend his side by saying the DR Congo were using voodoo when they were playing the penalty shootout? Because you could see the manager then, trying to chase one of the DRC officials. But there was something was actually raising in the air. But the manager said that is what happened. So let's see. If let us know your thoughts in the comment section if you think voodoo is right. But for me, I think no voodoo in football, because if there is voodoo in football, the likes of India, they would have been at the World Cup, because when it comes to voodoo, we hear a lot about them. Also, this DRC also, they would have won the World Cup or probably win the African Cup of Nations. But let us know your thoughts session. So back to the game now. Brighton now in possession and losing straight to Arsenal. Now win back possession, the player goes down, but the referee says no, play on. So it's Brighton now. We try to turn defense into the attacking Arsenal for the very first time in this second half, but lose possession, and it's Arsenal who are back in possession. Saliba has sent a long one there. So Victor Gyökeres is battling for possession with Van Haken there. He has two players surrounding him and lose possession, and he sent it back to the goalkeeper. That's a very calm and composed play there from Brighton, and Ho Fabian to retain possession. Gradually in the second half, Brighton are moving the ball a lot quicker and moving it forward here to the fourth. In 10 minutes and 5 minutes already played, so it's still goalless, and you have our Brighton now attacking now with Minte now attacking Lewis Kelly, and in first back, and you have two players from Arsenal, and that's the first shot from Brighton in this game, and I think that should be on target, but that was comfortably picked up by David Raya. But in the meantime, Arsenal attacking now with Bukayo Saka, and he goes down, and I think we might be seeing the first yellow card. The second yellow card in this game, yeah, and rightfully so. The referee is about to show the Brighton player the yellow card there, and it's the captain, the Englishman, Dunk, who picked up yellow card for stopping run of Bukayo Saka. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal. Yeah, like I said earlier on, that's Brighton's first shot in this game, and that was a first shot on target also. After 51 minutes, they finally registered a shot and target was now back in position. And the truth that he has a Brighton player all over him there, managed to send it back to Lewis Kelly. Drops it for Nketiah, and he finds David Raya under pressure. Raya passed there, but that was a very, intense pass there from David Raya to find Martin Odegaard. Also under pressure, drops it back for William Saliba. Here comes Arsenal now turning the attack with Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice running right hand side there, and he drops it into the midfield to find Mikel Merino. And here comes Leandro Trossard inside the ball. Can he make it? He drops it from Mikel Merino, and he shot there. Oh, from Odegaard rather, not Mikel Merino. And there was a very, very big block there from by the Brighton number 26 player there to defend that one for Brighton. And we have goals to report now inside the second half. And I think at the GTEC Stadium, there's a goal to report there. And at Anfield also, there's a goal to report there. And Arsenal have a corner kick. After this corner kick, we bring you the teams that have scored at the GTEC and at Anfield. So can Arsenal double their lead now from this corner kick? It looks like it's going to be a very promising one because Declan Rice sent a corner kick, and let's see. And oh my goodness, that's the second goal. And it's Arsenal who have made it 2. And it looks like it's going to be an home goal from Jorginho Ruta, but we just have to confirm that. But Victor Gyökeres is celebrating that one. Celebrating with Declan Rice there. And you could see a lot of Arsenal players celebrating with Declan Rice there. But I think that should be an own goal. I don't think it's a direct free kick. Direct corner kick. But we just have to confirm because you look at the camera pouncing on Jorginho Ruta there. That was a very good corner kick. Oh my goodness. That was a terrible defensive clearance from Jorginho Ruta, who put down beyond his goalkeeper, Brighton. And he has given Arsenal, I think, the cushion they need. So let's quickly go to the GTEC Stadium, where we've seen 52-minute play there. And guess what? It's Brentford who now lead by 3-0. And Kevin Shaddy getting his second goal this game. Going from bad to worse for Bournemouth. And at Anfield, Wolverhampton Wanderers have reduced the deposit because we've seen 54-minute play there, and it's 2-1 now. Santiago Bueno, one of the Bueno, have gotten a goal for Wolf to reduce the deficit. So let's see how Liverpool respond and how Bournemouth and also Brighton still no goal to report in the game involving West Ham and Fulham. Also the game involving Burnley and Everton, no goal. I'm not surprised about the game involving Burnley and Everton being goalless at the moment, but I'm surprised the game involving West Ham and Fulham, no goal to report. They expect goals to come from that game, but so far, no goal. But play resume with Brighton trying to create something, but David Raya, it sent a long one back, and the striker there battling for possession, and Brighton win it and send it back to Arsenal, and Arsenal lose possession through the English left back there, Lewis Kelly. So it's Brighton now who are attacking now. Drops it back, but still inside the half of Arsenal. From Brighton now attacking now with Yakubu Minte. Try to send the cross into the box there, but blocked. But Brighton still managed to hold on to possession, and a shot there, but that was a terrible shot there from Brighton player there. So it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Ayari with that attempt there, but that was a terrible attempt from him. And you could see the Brighton manager, the youngest manager in the league, the former he was also the youngest manager at a point in the Bundesliga, and right now his team Brighton fine. Look at Brighton in the last 4 or 5 seasons. I think they've been one of those teams that have given the big teams a run. Oh my goodness. I think that should be a yellow card because Victor, what's his name again? The Brighton player, the number 42, Jesse, completely taking the Arsenal man down after a cutscene. Talking about Coppola rather. Bringing down Victor on the trouser, and the referee rightfully giving him yellow card there for his trouble. Going to be free kick to Arsenal. Yeah, the second goal for Arsenal has been confirmed, so it's an home goal. Jorginho Ruta, put the ball into his free kick to Arsenal, and Declan Rice is about to whip in that one. This time, the left-hand side sent one into the box there. headed up there by the Brighton player. Possession still in contention inside the Brighton half, and Brighton trying to clear out. Arsenal will win back possession with Lewis Kelly there. He has one or two Brighton players, and Declan Rice. Another good ball from Arsenal there. Arsenal still back in possession, try inside the Brighton balls there, and lose possession, and Brighton will win back. I think the whistle have gone probably for a foul or offside against Arsenal. It's going to be free kick. Brighton and no Fabian. That was offside, not free kick, offside. Leandro Trossard was adjudged to offside, and there's a player down for Brighton. I think he's in pain, and it's Minte who is down. Oh, I think William Saliba. No, Incapai rather. So play resume with Brighton back in possession with Van Hake, who finds Coppola and he drops it in midfield. And the Arsenal players want a free kick. Yeah, and the referee rightfully calls that because Ayari, used his hand to control that one there. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal. And let's quickly take you back to the Saudi Pro League because it's raining goals for the CR7 there. Some will say it's the greatest, but some will say no, it's Lionel Messi, and others will argue and they will say it's none other than the late legendary Brazilian player Pelé. But at the moment now, it's Cristiano Ronaldo who has gotten a hat-trick in this game. It's Al-Nassr 3, Al-Kudu 0. So back in the game now, Arsenal losing possession to Brighton, and the Arsenal player and the Brighton player are down there, and they also have stopped because you have Van Hake and Moreno entangled against each other. No, I think that should be, yeah, it's, oh my goodness, that was a very, very, terrible tackle there from the Brighton player there. But the Brighton player pretending as if he doesn't know what happened there, but it's back. Both players are back on their feet, but he needs to be very careful. I think he has been one of the best players for Brighton this game to me, but he needs to be very careful to avoid being sent off. And so possession back to Brighton. And there's a game going on currently in the Nigerian League because Benden Insurance taking on Kwara United, and guess what? It's Benden Insurance leading by 2 goals to 0 against Kwara United. It's 50 minutes later, but Arsenal attacking from the left-hand side there with Leandro Trossard on the ball. Drops it back into the midfield to find Moreno, who drops it for Lewis Kelly, Saliba, and Saliba in Caparada, and finds Saliba, and he drops it for Declan Rice. Back with the captain now. Arsenal make it 3. Tries to find Victor Gyökeres now. Send it back to Declan Rice, and one touch from Declan Rice there, but Brighton defending that one and winning possession inside their own box there, and lose possession back to Arsenal. Arsenal applying the pressure against Brighton there. Arsenal winning back possession. Here come Arsenal now. Can they make it 3? My goodness, that was a shot there, blocked there. And the Bukayo Saka couldn't, from the follower, but a very good play there from the striker who's looking for a goal desperately. But there was no offside there, but the goalkeeper denying so far in this game. Here comes Brighton now with Minte, but that was a very terrible touch there. So it's going to be no, the goalkeeper would pick that one up. Martin Odegaard finding the striker there, who dispossessed Kaliogo and rifle one there, but the goalkeeper taking one to his face there. Going down for Brighton, but Arsenal back in. That was a very good take from Arsenal there now. Here comes Bukayo Saka. We have about 3-4 Brighton players. He calls back there and he sent one. Another terrible finishing from Bukayo Saka. I think it's going to be a corner kick. I think there was a block there. Tries to find the other side of the of the pole there, but Brighton player there, I think had a touch. We just have to confirm if it's going to be a corner kick. Not. I think there was a touch from Dunk. See, yeah, there was a touch there from the captain Dunk, so it's going to be corner kick, and Declan Rice about to whip in one again from the left-hand side. Can Arsenal get another goal from set piece? Can they make it 3? Declan Rice standing on this one, 62 minutes. Raises his hands up. Swing one. Headed out there by Brighton, but still inside their own half there. Brighton win possession. Yeah, the referee have stopped the game, so it's going to be free kick to Brighton and Hove Albion. Or throwing rather to Brighton and taking quickly. Send it back to the goalkeeper. Send it to the left back there. Quickly, he has one Arsenal player, and Declan Rice dispossessing him, but dispossessing Kaglioglu. But the ref said no. It's going to be a free kick. That was a foul there. Free kick to Brighton and Hove inside the 63rd minute. We've seen an hour and 3 minutes played already at the Emirates Stadium. Also an hour and 2 minutes, 3 minutes also at the GTEC Community Stadium. Same an hour and 3 minutes at the game involving Burnley and Brighton. Still goalless also. Liverpool an hour and 4 minutes. Still Liverpool will lead 2-1. West Ham an hour and 5 minutes and still goalless there. And back to the game now. Brighton back in possession now. Drops it into the midfield and one touch there from Ayari, and Brighton still in possession now. This time now attacking from the left hand side, but decided to go back to find his captain Dunk, who find Van Herken. Still with Van Herken. Drops it from Minte. One touch there, but yeah, Brighton back in position with Minte. Tried to send another cross, and it was a touch, but Brighton still winning it back, and you have a lot of Arsenal, and that was the first shot, and Brighton hit the woodwork. Finally, they got a goal, and it's 2-1. Guess who's got the goal for them? It's Gomez. So it's 2-1. Brighton getting a goal from that attempt. A very good play there. Minte putting one into the Arsenal boys there, not properly defended there. I thought they had already defended there, and the first attempt there hit the woodwork there, and from the follow-up, Gomez getting the goal for Brighton and Hove Albion. So it's now 2-1 now. So Brighton are back in it. And let's there's a go to report at the African Cup of Nations, because as it stands now, guess what? It's DR Congo who have gotten a goal against Senegal. DR Congo lead by 1 goal against Senegal, and the goal scorer is Cedric Bakambu in the 61st minute, and we are inside the 65th minute of the game. Can Senegal respond back with the likes of what they call them now, Sadio Mane, Nicolas Johnson, and co. And Senegal have made the first substitution by bringing on Mbaye to replace Ismail Assar. Back to the game now. I think the game has just opened up now. Here comes Brighton again now. This time with Minte now, one-on-one with the Arsenal lever. He cuts back there, tried to take another shot. It's still Brighton, but block. Oh my goodness, Brighton looking like they want to get the second goal. And Arsenal suddenly doing all the defending there. And Brighton finally waking up from that shot, because in the first half, they couldn't register any shot. Right now, in the space of 2-3 minutes, they've had about 3 shots at the Arsenal goal there. They with Brighton now attacking from the left-hand side with Kaglioglu, and he has Declan Rice to beat. He calls back now, try to send the cross, but still with the ball there. Can he put a cross into the box? We decide to go back. Finally, the cross comes in. And Arsenal, we head down and clear that one out again. But this time back to Brighton with Van Herken now in possession for Brighton. Another cross into the box, cleared out there by Arsenal again. Suddenly, Brighton and Hove and Albion are now, uh, dominating the game in the last 2-3 minutes after getting that goal. The terrible pass there from Brighton to give possession back to Arsenal. Arsenal about to make substitution. Guess what? Is the Brazilian Gabriel Magalhaes about to be thrown in for who? Let's see. And it's one player. A lot of Arsenal fans will be happy to see back in play. I'm suspecting it might be Lewis Kelly about to be withdrawn, allowing Inkepai to play as a left back. In the meantime, play resume with Arsenal in possession. The Arsenal in possession going to be throwing to Arsenal. Saka in a throwing for Arsenal. Still waiting for the substitution, but play still continue. Saliba sending the ball back to Inkepai. Finds Lewis Kelly. Drops it for Leandro Trossard, and it goes down, but the referee says play on. It's Brighton and Hove Albion losing possession again. It's Arsenal now, with Bukayo Saka attacking now. With captain possession. Comes the ball down. Crossing into the midfield to find Mikel Merino. Back to Odegaard. The Arsenal in possession. Don't go on there. I don't think going to be throwing to Brighton and Hove Albion. Finally, the substitution is about to make, and guess what? The Ivorians are back. Because, the Senegalese rather, because it's now 1-1. Senegal won, DR Congo won, and Arsenal about to make double substitution. Also, Gabriel Jesus is about to be introduced. And guess who the goal scorer is? It's the former Liverpool and Bayern Munich winger, Sadio Mane, has leveled things up in the 69th minute for the Senegal against the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it's game on now. But Arsenal still they've not made that substitution, but Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Magalhaes standing on that one. We send a long one there. Brighton we head down back. That headed back from Arsenal. Gyökeres try to win possession. Arsenal win possession, but that's a terrible pass there to find Gyökeres. Brighton will possession back. 70 minutes at the game involving Burnley and Everton is still goalless. Also 72 minutes at the London Stadium is still goalless there. 71 minutes at Anfield, Liverpool still lead 2-1. While 70 minutes at the GTech Community Stadium is Brentford, who still lead by 3 goals to 0. By 70 minutes, Arsenal lead by 1. The Emirates. Brighton back in possession. From the back again, use the midfield, and the Brighton player goes down. But the referee says play on there. Yeah, so throwing to Brighton and throwing quickly taking. I think the referee has stopped the game. So the substitutions are about to be made. And like I said earlier on, I think my prediction was right, because Lewis Kelly has been withdrawn. So it means that Pierre Inkepai will be playing as a left back, while Gabriel taking his position back. And also, the Swedish striker has been withdrawn for Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Jesus has been introduced. I just hope these are the angels sent from God, because the two Gabriels have been introduced. Let's see how they help us now to give all 3 points this game. Saliba all over Ruta there. Send it back. In possession, but decided to go back into the half there. Brighton send it to the goalkeeper back. Trying to build up from the back again. See the press from the Arsenal. Send it to the left hand side, right hand side. Going there, try to find Jorginho Rita, but well defended there by Saliba. So, right, we pick that one up for us now. I'm going from prior to find headed by the Brighton player, but the Arsenal player that one I'm battling for possession. Arsenal in possession, send a long one there, and you have Arsenal player chasing that one. He has to play and he wins that one inside the box there. Still hold on to that one and he drops it for the and this should be the second goal. My goodness, Brighton almost putting the ball at their own back of the net again. There is dunk there. There was a very good hold-up play there from the Arsenal striker there, Gabriel Jesus there. And he drops the ball and a very good cross there into the box there. And the Brighton player, the captain rather, almost making it 3 for Arsenal. The goalkeeper was really alert there and he picked that one up. Brighton were back in possession now. Drops it into midfield there. That long one there tries to find Minte and he finds him. Doesn't capable to be one-on-one with him. It drops it into the midfield there, and well dispossessed there by Gabriel Jesus. Here comes Arsenal now attacking now with the captain Martin Odegaard. Still with Odegaard. He drops it for Declan Rice there. As we pick that one up and still with Declan Rice, send it back to Martin Odegaard. That terrible pass there from the Arsenal player there. Guess what? Former Arsenal striker is about to be introduced. Daniel Welbeck is coming to join the party this game. Listen, the number 13 jersey. Ashenwood, yeah. Daniel Welbeck will be replacing Ashenwood has been withdrawn. Game. Still a lot of time. Brighton almost losing possession there again. Back in possession, I try to find Danny Welbeck there, and he win that one nicely there. He has about 3-4 Arsenal players all over him, and the Brighton back in possession, but lose Declan Rice. It's Arsenal now who have given the ball back away to Brighton and Hove Albion because Brighton are back in. This time from the left-hand side there. The Brighton, but Declan Rice will clear that one out there. Brighton will win back position again. Brighton, oh, now you have a lot of Arsenal players camping inside their own balls there. Minte send another cross there. But Arsenal defense head down hard, but it's Brighton who are back in position again. Suddenly, Brighton are looking sharp inside the second half. That cross into the balls there, headed out there by the Arsenal player, but not cleared out properly. Brighton will win back possession again. Ola drops it for Minte again. One-on-one with the Ecuadorian defender there. He drops it back against the Brighton. Try to play 1-2 with Minte. That's a lovely take there from Minte. But a very, very good save there from David Raya. Oh my goodness. I don't think you see a more clinical strike there better than this, but that was a very good save there. That could have been the second goal for Brighton and Hove Albion. But thanks to the brilliance of David Raya there to take that one away. So it's going to be corner kick in this game. And you wonder why Brighton did not start Minte first half. Because he has been very, very instrumental since coming on for Brighton and Hove Albion. Arsenal have a corner to defend now. And a long one there. David Raya coming out. But I think it's going to be, let's just have to confirm, because the Brighton player, I think, that should be a corner kick, but the Arsenal players want a goal kick. I think the Brighton player head that one. Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick. But let's quickly go back to the G-Tech Community Stadium. Because another goal has been scored there. And finally, Bournemouth reduced the deficit. But looking at the replay again from that save from David Raya, that was a very good strike from Minte there. But very good save there from the Arsenal goalkeeper, David Raya, who is sitting down now and needing medical attention probably from that save there. Let's see. We just hope he'll be fit to continue. And you could see the Brighton manager having a word with Minte, probably asking for more from him. At the G-Tech Stadium, it's Semenyo that pull one back for Brentford, Bournemouth rather. That might be the consolation, because I don't think they'll be able to, get two more goals. But it's football. We've seen that last season. We saw Everton leading against Wolverhampton Wanderers at 84 minutes, but leading by 2-0. And at the end of the day, they lost that game. That game. Semenyo, who has been in the news of late, there's been a report linking him to the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, even Arsenal. We all know Semenyo is an Arsenal fan, but finally, I think he has put pen to paper. Joining Manchester City. He's joining Manchester City. So he's not joining Manchester United or Chelsea. Let's see how he's going to get back to the game involving Arsenal and Brighton. Arsenal about to make another substitution because Gabriel Martinelli is about to be introduced. It's time up for what's his name now? Leandro Trossard. Play resume with Arsenal taking a throw in there. Brighton will send a long one out there. Find nobody, because the goalkeeper, David Raya, sent that one back, but that was not a proper clearance for him. So I'm still in attention. Jesus putting the pressure, but the Brighton defender there, Bola, will send that one back to his keeper. It's 1 minute played already at the Emirates Stadium. It's the Arsenal who lead by 2-1. Also 80 minutes at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Still Brentford leading by 3-1. Still no goal to report in the game involving Burnley and Everton. 80 minutes. While at Anfield, Liverpool still holding on to that 2 goals. 1 goal advantage, because it's 2-1, and the London Stadium still goalless. 83 minutes. West Ham 0. Brighton back in possession. Also 81 minutes at the African Cup of Nations. It's the Senegal. We're still playing at 1-1 draw. Democratic Republic of Congo. At this stage now, I think Arsenal needs to keep, hold on to possession more than giving it back to Brighton, because they've been giving possession back to Brighton. I think they want to rely on their defensive ability, but they need to hold on to possession more. Remember, Brighton also are very good when it comes to possession and your place. Brighton with the ball inside their own half, send it back to the captain who send it long one, try to find Minte. Let's hit that one down, but lose position. The trouser couldn't hold on to that one. Going to be throwing. I think that is the last play. That should be the last play, yes, rightfully so, because the Trossard has been withdrawn from early, probably to counter the threat of Minte, who is very pacey. I think now he has a player that can match him pace for pace there. Let's see. Gabriel Martinelli faces this game. Brighton will start play with that train and send it back to their goalkeeper. Brogan will send one there, but will win back possession with Gabriel, and it's a touch back to the player. Drops it for Saliba, and he drops it into the midfield. Reno pushing forward now with Gabriel Martinelli. First touch. I try to run out and he run into the box there. Can he make it third goal for Arsenal? He cuts back, but there was no any Arsenal player there. And the Brighton will win that one back, and Arsenal back in possession. Still Arsenal now with Zubimendi, a cross one down there. Gabriel Jesus try to battle for the ball. It takes a shot, deflected, but the Brighton goalkeeper picked that one up. Game is now eating up. Inside the final 10 minutes, Brighton almost losing possession. They're going to lose possession. And Arsenal take advantage of this. A shot there from Declan Rice and well blocked there by the Brighton player. I think he should have done better there by passing the ball to his teammate, but he decided to go for the shot himself. But a lot of Arsenal fans in the stand appreciate that effort. He won the ball back, but to me, I think he was in a position to find his teammate rather than going for the goal himself. So it's going to be corner kick to Arsenal. Can Arsenal make it 3 from this corner kick? And guess what? The big Brazilian is back. And we all know he's a threat. Look at about 2-3 players already surrounding him. And the referee taking it, looking at that, and a corner swung in there by Bukayo Saka, almost getting a goal. Still Arsenal inside the box. Another cross there, headed out there by the Brighton player, headed back by Arsenal player, but the goalkeeper will finally pick that one up. And guess what? I think it was Gabriel. He's always a suspect when it comes to area ball, corner kick. He thrives in those kind of situations. You could see from the corner kick, about 2-3 Brighton players are trying to stop him, but he still had a say in that corner kick. But unfortunately, he couldn't convert that one to go, and Brighton will lose possession again to Arsenal. Here comes Bukayo Saka now, running down the left-hand side here. That's about 2-3 Brighton player, and he sent a cross. You see, oh my goodness! Was there a block there? Gabriel Martinelli. Oh my goodness. And you could see the Arsenal fans there in disbelief. How did he not get the third goal for Arsenal? A very good play there from Bukayo Saka. And he runs into the channel. But Gabriel, oh my word. How did he not score from that angle there? It's going to be a goal kick, and goal kick quickly taken. But the goalkeeper sending down Arsenal will win possession back. Mikel Arteta in disbelief. How did Gabriel Martinelli not convert from there? A very good play there from Bukayo Saka. Cut down there. Oh my word. I think this should be the miss of the weekend, or probably the season so far. Probably of the weekend. There was no contact from the Brighton player there. And let's quickly go to the London Stadium, because finally, there's a goal to report there. Because West Ham United have conceded against Fulham. It's Fulham who lead, but in the meantime, Arsenal attacking now with Gabriel Martinelli. He drops it for Nketiah there, and he sent a cross. Could this be the goal? Oh my goodness! What a defending there from the and another tackle from Nketiah. Arsenal win back possession. See with Martinelli, drops it for Nketiah, who still with the ball. It calls back to find Gabriel Jesus. Still with Gabriel Jesus, he hold on to it and he sent it back to the Ecuadorian, and finally, I think the whistle have gone there. Is it going to be a throw-in? But that was a very, very Great tackle there from Van Hake, who I think is in pain there to deny Arsenal. So like I said earlier on, Fulham have taken the lead at the London Stadium, and they compile more misery on West Ham, who are in the drop zone. The goal scorer is none other than the Mexican striker Raul Jimenez, and the assist from Harry Wilson. And at the moment now, Brighton and Hove Albion are making a double substitution. 7 minutes already, they brought in Costotula to replace the goal scorer. Gomez there will confirm the other player who has also been used. But in the meantime, as now have a throwing within Kepa, who has been playing as a left back now, and he has been very, very instrumental for Arsenal going forward there. And it's going to be another throwing to Arsenal. Also, Watson coming on for Capola. To Arsenal. 66 minutes played already. And you could see the manager, Arteta, dishing out instructions to his players. And Gabriel Jesus with the ball now. Goes out. It's going to be another throwing. It's going to be another throwing to Arsenal. Less than 3 minutes to go to 90 minutes. Kepa now on the ball. Now it's Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal trying to run down the time there. Still Gabriel Martinelli battling for possession there. Goes down, and I think the final touch come off an Arsenal player. So it's going to be throwing to Brighton and Hove Albion. 88 minutes at the GTEC Stadium. It's still 3-1 in favor of Brentford. While Burnley still playing at the goalless draw against Everton. It's in 88 minutes also. 89 minutes at Anfield. Liverpool still lead 2-1. While 90 minutes plus at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, Fulham 1. So throwing now to Brighton and Hove Albion. It's going to be another throwing. This time, I think it should be throwing to Arsenal. Just have to confirm if it's throwing to Arsenal or to Brentford. Yeah, throwing to Arsenal inside the Brentford half there. Kepa putting on to the ball and send it back to find Gabriel. I think the referee has shown him a yellow card for time wasting there. This time, he takes it and sends it to Gabriel. Finds William Saliba. Drops it for Declan Rice. As we send a long one, try to find Bukayo Saka. Will he be able to hold on to that one? I think he does. And he sent it across and a block there. But the ball still inside the box of Brighton there. Brighton winning possession back there. I try to move forward now. Loses possession back to Arsenal. Send it backward now to William Saliba. Drops it for Declan Rice. Arsenal back in possession with the captain. He drops it back again. The Arsenal now moving forward now from the right hand side there. He drops it for Gabriel Jesus. He find Gabriel Martinelli. And he send it cross there. Would it be? Oh my goodness. I think it's going to be a corner kick because the last touch there was from a Brighton player. Was it a push or a touch there? Look at it from this angle again. There was a push, but the Brighton player head down, so it's going to be a corner. Cardioglu has to be very careful there. And we've seen 90 minutes already played, and the fourth official has added 5 minutes to the game, and we've seen almost a minute played into it. Corner kick to Arsenal. I think the check has been completed. Corner kick from Bukayo Saka sent the long one. The goalkeeper comes to claim that one there. And he drops it for Van Herke. And you could see the captain calling the players to press. The Brighton with the ball. Dunk drops it into the midfield and receives it back. And Arsenal will win possession but lose it again. Bukayo Saka in the middle of the park now. It's Brighton now. Try to attack from the right hand side now. That is a very good defending from the Arsenal player there. Arsenal back in possession, send it back to the defense. Gabriel under pressure, send it out, but to the Brighton player. But Arsenal will win that one back again, and it goes down there. But the referee says play on. It's still Brighton now inside the edge of the box, almost shooting, but lose possession. But this Arsenal now winning back possession now. Can they turn defense into attack with Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard? You have Bukayo Saka. Still with Declan Rice running into the channels. Could he be the third goal? He cuts back there, but there was a block. But still with Arsenal. Oh my goodness. Here comes Gabriel Jesus now. Inkepai rather. He cuts back. The Arsenal now in possession now. Gabriel Jesus. Send it back. Arsenal still in possession. And the game involving West Ham and Fulham has gone to an end because full time it's Fulham who have taken all 3 points. But Arsenal back in possession inside their own half. Send it back now to William Saliba, who send it to David Raya. David Raya will take a touch and he send a long one now. Try to find Gabriel Jesus headed down there by the Brighton player. But this time, oh my goodness, trying to find the run of Gabriel Jesus. But the goalkeeper will pick that one up. And he sent a long one now. And the Arsenal player will head down back. And Bukayo Saka running down there. I don't think there was offside there. Can he make it 3 for us now? My goodness, there was a block there. I don't think there was offside there. What was Bukayo Saka doing there? Oh my goodness. There was no offside, but that was a great defending there from Lewis Dunk there to deny Bukayo Saka. There was no offside from Bukayo Saka. How did he not convert from that angle there now? Very good block there. Bukayo Saka. So corner kick to Arsenal. And you could see Mikel Arteta in disbelief. And in the stand, you see Jurgen Timber. Arsenal after a short corner kick, Gabriel Jesus, and it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. Arsenal trying to run down the clock from that corner kick there. So throw-in to Arsenal. Throw-in taken quickly. The referee have blown for a free kick. I think to Brighton and Hove Albion there. Throwing rather to Brighton. Another foul there, so it's going to be free kick to Brighton and Hove Albion. Goalkeeper is about to send a long one. Bruggen sending a long one there. Brighton win that one back, but Gabriel taking no nonsense, sending it back. Possession in contention now. Brighton still back in possession. Goes back. Try to find Minte. He finds him. He calls back. Another cross. Headed down there. That was a terrible defending there, but good clearance there from the Arsenal player to send it out. It's going to be throwing to Brighton and Hove Albion. Another long one, but this time David Raya will make down comfortably, and I think that should be the last kick, and it's full time already at the Emirates Stadium. It's Arsenal under pressure in the second half. Have managed to secure all 3 points to move back to the top after seeing Manchester City going to the top after defeating Nottingham Forest 2-1 away from home. That was a very interesting 90 minutes of football at the Emirates. A game that was played in both halves. You see Arsenal, dominating completely in the first half, because to me, if it were to be Mortal Kombat, the first half was flawless victory, because Brighton had a 0.00 SG in the first half. No shot on target, no shot off target for them. But in the second half, they showed what they were made of, and they got a goal through Gomez, and they could have gotten another one, but thanks to the brilliance of David Raya to deny Inter from getting a goal. And also at Anfield, it's 2-1, and it has finished there. It's Liverpool who played out a 2-1 win at Anfield, and the game involving Burnley and Everton has also ended. It's full time there. It's 0-0. Also at the London Stadium, 0-0. And the game involving Brentford at the GTEC Community Stadium, and Brentford have added one more goal to it, so it's now 4-1. And any moment from now, the referee will signal for the full time. Also at the African Cup of Nations, Senegal have played at a goalless draw. I mean a 1-1 draw against the ROC. So our viewers, thank you for staying with us. We've seen 90 minutes already played at the Emirates Stadium, and it was a very, very interesting moment, and there's a lot to talk about this game. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Overall, I think Arsenal deserve all 3 points over the course of 90 minutes, but Brighton, they stepped up in the second half, and they give a good account of themselves. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you think Arsenal really deserve all 3 points, or Brighton deserve more than they got. And this is how we draw the curtain for this match. But join us, because in the next under the next 40 minutes we'll be live on air again, because the game involving Aston Villa and Chelsea will be kicking off. And Chelsea are the home team. But guess what? The Chelsea manager will not be in the stand for this one. It will be sent to the where the fans is, because he has been booked. He's having a red card, 1 game suspension, talking about Enzo Maresca. So it's going to be a very, very interesting one, because Aston Villa are a team in form. 10 straight win for them at the moment. So for now, this is how we draw the curtain. Thank you for staying with us.